Good morning. It's Tuesday, August 17th. Welcome to First Local with Heidi and Colette on this beautiful day. This drive-in this morning was a pink sky. It was gorgeous.
Beautiful.
It was gorgeous. So today is going to be another beautiful day, as our weather specialist Craig Huckerby will update you shortly. But he was right yesterday. Beautiful day.
Yep.
Okay, what's going on in the world? Well, as we know, there's a situation in Afghanistan where the Taliban has taken over, and Canada has stepped in and is helping to evacuate members of the Afghans to Canada and other places. So yesterday, on his first stop as a campaign trail in Quebec, Justin Trudeau announced that hundreds of people need to be evacuated, and we were sending flights out to pick them up. At least 4 Canadian evacuation flights have gotten out of the city over the last several weeks. They've brought out at least 807 Afghans, and about 500 of them have since arrived in Canada.
Wow.
And they're going to continue to do so. And Biden on the other side of us here is standing behind Trudeau and helping out and sending in troops as well. So it's definitely a situation that is concerning. Well, past concerning at this point.
Yeah.
It's considering they've taken over.
Definitely warrants collaboration,
Yes,
that's
it
for sure.
does.
On my side, U.S. experts in this moment are recommending COVID-19 vaccine boosters for all Americans, regardless of age, 8 months after they receive their second dose of the shot. And this is, of course, with the goal of ensuring lasting protection against the coronavirus as the Delta variant continues to spread across the country. You know, they have been, obviously it's been a hot topic, you know, so they've been looking at whether or not shots for the vaccinated would be needed as early as this fall, reviewing the case numbers, because of course the States is experiencing a surge.
Yes.
So where preliminary studies suggested that the vaccine's protection against serious illness dropped among those vaccinated in January, they're still kind of reviewing, and those recommendations are expected to be confirmed very soon.
Ever-changing, ever-changing. And what's not ever-changing is that weather forecast that Craig called us yesterday. It is beautiful today. I know it. It was beautiful yesterday. What else do we have, Craig?
Well, the warm temperatures will continue today. The record temperature today was 31.1 degrees in 1969. We're not going to hit that, but pretty close, 29 degrees, feeling like 32 with a little bit of humidity building into the area today. We do have some low pockets of fog that will burn off this morning, leaving us with some partly cloudy skies. And I'll show you coming up why we're seeing some cloud today, but we are going to stay dry and we are going to stay warm. Let's take a look at the radar. Are we going to go to the radar? There we go. So we have some clouds to the east of us. That's coming up from a low pressure system in the States. That we don't have to worry about. We will see some clouds spill over a little bit, but we don't have to worry about any sort of precipitation coming our way. We'll take a look at your 12-hour forecast. This is what your day is looking like. Pretty sunny for the most part. We are going to see in and out of cloud just from that system to the south, but temperatures still very warm, 27 to 29 for a high today. As I said, it's going to feel closer to 32, and those temperatures will continue for all of this week. And I'll have your complete 3-day forecast coming up in just a couple of minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Huckerby. Looking all sorts of cool in your black again today, Craig. Thank you very
He's
much.
Like really stepping up the fashion game. Like he's sassy.
Somebody
these
is
days.
Upping the game. We need to. We need to step up alongside you, Craig.
I have asked him to stop using my hairspray though, because
and my lipstick. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding, Craig. Thank you very much. So yeah, beautiful day, hitting high temperatures. Yeah. That's what I like to see. Now, there's something else going on today.
Something romantic.
Yes.
Something heartwarming.
Yes.
Long lasting. I believe 18 years are being celebrated. Is it 18
It's
years?
18 years.
It might be 18 years.
It is 18 years.
We have an anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. Yes. To the Tchaikovskys. Happy anniversary to Mike, our producer, and his lovely wife Giselle. There they are celebrating a grandson. Look at that.
Oh, look at Mike. No,
Proud.
So
And there they are. The Price is Right.
The Price is wrong.
And we didn't win anything.
And they didn't win anything. Oh, come on. Well, you won each other's love. There you go.
I was just going to say, each other's hearts.
There you go.
Oh.
Happy anniversary, Mike and Giselle. Mike is the one that
Keeps you guys in line.
Keeps us in line end of the year. I was like, should I say? No, just kidding. But yeah, happy anniversary. And
Yes.
obviously Giselle's always watching. So
Yeah,
look forward to that.
wishing you many happy returns of the day, and may this be your best year yet.
Absolutely.
So,
Let's switch up to some other local news.
yes.
There's an accident last night. Yep.
yesterday. Second line was jammed. Okay, this happened at about 3:10. And this was at the intersection of Second Line and Great Northern Road. So very, very busy intersection,
Yeah.
no question. And there was a rollover involved. So they were, oh wow, wait a minute. So sorry, just past Great Northern Road and Second Line. So this was
Right,
at the
St.
intersection of Pine Street. Yeah, I was just going to say that didn't sound quite right. No, so it was Pine Street and Second Line East. Still, any intersection in that area is a very busy one. So you know, these things do happen. There was a vehicle that had rolled onto its roof. There was another obviously involved, hence you know the labeling of collision. Both vehicles, fortunately, were quickly cleared. No people were trapped inside of the vehicles. In this moment, we are still waiting for confirmation on cause, as well as to any extent of any injuries. So, yeah, the roadway was blocked for a time. Now it's cleared, and we're just waiting for any sort of confirmation.
Yeah, that was insane.
Yes.
Up on the roof like that. I mean, how do you get like that?
Well, yeah, I mean, I did moderate a few comments this morning, so I don't know if it's really appropriate for me to speak. I will say one person did indicate that it seemed as though perhaps some brakes had failed because the individual did not slow at all.
Oh,
So
crap.
and didn't appear to have been. Again, this is hearsay, so probably you know just this side of appropriate for me to even say that. But yeah. But anyway, again, we are waiting for confirmation
There it is.
as to official cause.
Allegedly.
Allegedly,
Let's say
some
that,
brakes
you're
had
golden.
failed.
Allegedly.
Okay.
Okay, well,
Okay. What?
All right, I'm getting
Tap my mic?
Okay, all right,
Oh.
we're good. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Lucky you. Sue
Can you
Police
hear me in the back?
How about you in the back? Sioux Police Services are requesting help from a stabbing that occurred over the weekend. This happened on Saturday, I do believe, at approximately 12:30 in the morning. Police encountered an individual who had been stabbed in the East Street area, 100 block of the East Street. Again, this is Saturday, August the 14th. When officers arrived, they located one person with non-life-threatening injuries. Emergency services also attended at the scene. Heidi's done her coffee with a that's all I heard. Police are requesting any information. If you were in the area, if you heard something, if you saw something, if you have a dash cam, if you have a GoPro, because Heidi doesn't know what one of those are. We'll talk about that in a minute. Let the police know if you did see anything that about that stabbing that occurred on Saturday, please.
I didn't know what a GoPro was.
Well, no, you did. You know?
But I'm glad he didn't have one because I'd have had to render harm upon himself. All right.
I would run if I were him.
We do have an individual who has been charged with impaired driving. August 15th, officers with patrol services charged 32-year-old Aaron Marcella of Elliott Lake with impaired driving, alcohol, drugs. Around 11:30, officers did observe a vehicle running in a parking lot in the 0 to 100 block of Bay Street. At the time, this is very serious.
It is serious.
At the time, a man got out of
Smarten up.
out of the driver's seat, urinated, and then got back into the vehicle. Officers approached the vehicle and conducted a traffic stop. Yes. Upon speaking with the driver, officers identified him and developed grounds to believe his ability to operate a motor vehicle was impaired by a drug. The accused completed a standardized field sobriety test as well as a drug recognition
imagine.
evaluation.
To which he-
performing
Poorly.
poorly at each, he was arrested. So, a subsequent search following his arrest found the accused to be in possession of 24 tablets believed to be methamphetamine. He is charged with impaired driving, alcohol, drugs, as well as possession of a controlled substance. He was released on an appearance notice and is scheduled to appear in court on October 4th.
Can you just urinate anywhere and not get
was just
charged
gonna
for
say,
that?
I hope
Isn't
he
it public
uses the
urination? Are
washroom
you just
before
allowed
he-
to just go pee in the parking lot?
You're not allowed to do that.
Was that part of the charges?
Well,
No, I
no,
don't think it was.
no.
Oh, okay. Maybe they let that one slide. what shouldn't have been, like yesterday we heard an awful story out of Albert and Dennis,
Yes.
where a child and a mom, they were going for a walk on 1 o'clock in the afternoon on the Saturday, I do believe. Going across the street, the stroller was hit by a truck. The mother was beside herself. She couldn't speak, she couldn't scream. Everybody started coming over and helping out, gave her other child some granola, a bar and some juice, and calmed her down. Because emergency services were not called to the accident, later on the mom did take the child to the hospital for just to follow up on.
Okay.
I don't know how, obviously it was, I don't know. Allegedly, Allegedly, it hit the stroller, so we just don't know what the damage was done to the stroller. But thank
Quite
God.
damaged, yeah.
I couldn't even. Reading this story yesterday made me anxious. Since no ambulance was called to the scene, when she went to the police to report the situation, she was told she would have to do it online between certain times, and she intending to do that today or yesterday. So we'll follow.
Yeah.
We'll be following up on that. But yeah, just an awful moment. Like you're standing there at the traffic light and you're like, how do you even take that in? That poor mom, and it was thankfully the child, I believe, is okay. We haven't really heard anything, but we're going to continue to follow that. We have to take a short break. I know, I apologize. You're just getting into the swing of things here. But we have to take 60 seconds, pause for the cause. When we come back, we're going to talk about a federal offender who is wanted, who is known to frequent the Sault Ste. Marie area, as well as some stuff that came out. As well as some stuff that came out of the campaign trail yesterday, day one. But we'll be right back after this.
First Local, supported by James Seaton, Mortgage Specialist. Your new home doesn't come with mortgage advice. I do. Call James Seaton Mortgage Specialist, RBC 705-975-1519.
Just once in a while, at parties and stuff. If that's what your kid says, they'll probably also tell you that it's not a big deal. But that's no reason not to talk about it. You could tell them that you think that's a good thing and that you're really happy they don't use it that often. Then ask them why. Maybe deep down they know it's bad. They just need your help realizing it. From there, it should be pretty easy to drop off the hint that their brain is still growing and that they shouldn't smoke pot. At least not until they're older.
Visit drugfreekidscanada.org for more tools to help start the conversation.
First Local, supported by Northern Safety and Training, locally owned and operated. Get your DZ training for only $2,300 plus tax. Call 705-987-8460 for more information.
Good morning and welcome back to First Local Mornings with Colette and Heidi.
Bonjour.
It is Tuesday. It is August the 17th. You made it through Monday, so right away you got to be stoked, right?
Very.
Because it's just a gentle slide now into the weekend, right?
It's only Taco Tuesday.
Hey,
baby hump day.
Hey, Tuesday means we're almost to Wednesday. Wednesday means Baby Friday is on the horizon. Once you hit Baby Friday, boom, you're there. So yes.
We got to stop wishing our days away.
I don't
We
wish
really
my
do.
days away. I just think weekends should be longer. Longer.
Yeah, what was with that? That weekend's only like 2 seconds long.
Well, the whole summer's been like that. Do you know that it was dark this morning when I got up?
No.
And I was like,
Just wait till winter starts. We start so early. Ooh.
hey, whatever happened? Because aren't they talking about... I know, but aren't they talking about eliminating like the daylight savings?
Yes, apparently they were waiting to see what
New York.
New York, and something. It's something bizarre. New York and some other places bizarre. I don't know why, but we're waiting.
Seems kind of arbitrary to me.
Arbitrary.
But yes. Okay.
do you
And
got?
then which one do they keep? Would we just
I
then
was thinking
stay?
that too. Who do we choose? I know. Do we go from daylight savings or I don't know.
Spring forward, fall back.
I feel like I want it later in the morning. Just I'm being selfish on that decision because I wake up so early.
Yeah, no, that would be all right. You know,
Okay.
then you don't have to feel like you're getting up in the middle of the night.
Hey, we just fixed an issue, so we're ready to do it now.
Hey, we're
Forget
ready.
New York.
We're ready. Okay. There's a federal offender who is wanted. Yep. So the Repeat Offender Parole Enforcement, which is an acronym, ROPE. The ROPE Squad is requesting the public's assistance in locating a federal offender wanted on a Canada-wide warrant as a result of breach of statutory release. Yes, there he is. Okay. Michael Leclair is described as an Indigenous male, 30 years of age, approximately 5'10", 161 pounds with brown hair and brown eyes. He is currently serving a 4-year and 10-month sentence for armed robbery, possession of a weapon contrary to a prohibition order, possession of a prohibited restricted firearm with ammunition, possession of a firearm knowing unauthorized, and fail to comply with recognizance or undertaking. Now, this offender is known to frequent Ottawa, Brockville, Smith Falls, and Sault Ste. Marie areas. So anyone having contact with this offender or information in regards to his whereabouts is asked to contact the Provincial Rope Squad at 416-808-5900 or toll free at 1-866-870-7673. Of course, you can contact Crime Stoppers as well, or even they're encouraging you to call 911.
Okay, yes. So please be careful if you do see that individual. Thank you very much. Yesterday we brought you a story about a car that hit a light standard, brought the light standard to the ground, but fled the scene after the accident. It was that blue truck that we showed you on Trunk and Boundary, which had Highway 17. What direction was that again?
East.
East and west. Who's east? Hand applause, please, Michael. Hand applause. The light fixture was brought down. Well, the police have worked diligently and made an arrest yesterday. They arrested a 34-year-old Arthur Daw in connection with this event, and it was due to speeding. Looking into it, at around 6:30, a car was traveling northbound on Trunk Road at a high rate of speed when it crossed several lanes of traffic and collided with a light pole at the intersection of Boundary and Trunk. Officers responded and began an investigation. Through this effort, there was developed grounds to believe the accused was operating the vehicle at the time of the collision. Officers located the accused around 9:30 p.m. in the area of Carlborough Street, and he was arrested. He's going to appeal before the judge on October the 4th to talk about his little track away from that accident.
All right.
Over to you.
Okay. Well, let's talk about
Let's hug.
the Algoma. Okay. So we have an announcement that the Algoma Ride for Autism is on. And this, of course, is coming to us courtesy of the good folks at the Algoma Autism Foundation. They will also be hosting the Fallen Riders Memorial before they set out in the ride. And of course, this is, you know, a really impressive display of some there's a scene from past events, but a very impressive array of motorcycles. Yes.
Where is that here in town?
That is here in town, actually.
That's
It
awesome.
takes place.
Look at that support.
Now, they have issued a statement indicating that we are all aware of the setbacks that have come about as a result of COVID-19, the effects that have been felt in our community, businesses, and organizations. However, they are responding to the resounding requests from riders to have the ride. So they will not be soliciting prizes or financial support from businesses or the community. This is the year, they're saying, to rebuild, reset, and rise from the ashes and get the wheels rolling again. Nice. So this year's ride then will take place on August 28th. 2021, and it will start at the Fallen Riders Memorial, which is located at Strathclair Park. So in an effort to support the riders who continually support the ride year after year, registration is free, and of course donations are welcome. We have posted to our website.
Oh, that's it.
Here we go.
Okay.
I need another coffee.
The same as website.
Anybody out there charitable wants to bring me a coffee, it will be graciously accepted. And so Colette needs one as well.
Yes,
but
thank you.
Almond milk, 3
almond milk,
and 1 sweetener. Double. I'm double. So. Okay, no, they're not licensed. I've already told you
She
that.
wants to put with-
Tim
yeah.
Hortons is not licensed.
No.
So, and I was asking for a friend that day.
I wasn't the friend.
She
Don't
was.
look at me like
don't
you
lie.
asked to put vodka. It was you. You said, can you put some vodka in there?
But I meant it for her. Yeah.
Bailey's is kind of nice too.
She needed something to dull her hatred that morning. Okay.
Okay, we got a couple more local
yes,
news
so the
stories. We're gonna finish
itinerary is posted to our website.
Okay.
You know, everybody's invited to the Esquire afterwards. There will be a
nice.
social. Woo! And
Love our
entertainment will be provided by the Bearded Lounge. So it sounds like it'll be a
Awesome.
good time. So yeah, August 28th, Ride for Autism.
Awesome sauce. A couple more local stories we'll get back to. But when we come back after this commercial break, we're going to dive in to COVID-19. And Heidi, with that blue dress on. I wonder how that's going to tie into our factoid today. Is it a devil in a blue dress, or is it something to do with Washington? Come right back.
First Local, supported by Maker North, 3D printing, laser cutting, 3D design, education, prototyping, and more. Maker North, whatever it takes.
Inches fake. Home to Lola. Bounds. This large male sports a way trimming black fur.
You don't need a media monkey to make healthy choices. Think for yourself. A message from Concerned Children's Advertisers.
First Local, supported by Aug17 Family and Community Services. Be an alternative care parent. A child needs you.
Let's see, so kidney is a... These are my grandpa's kidney stones. They're very precious. Kidney is a bone in your back that helps you turn. I don't know, to be honest.
They don't know kidneys are vital, do you? Get the facts at kidney.ca.
Welcome back. It is Tuesday, August 17th. You're with Heidi and Colette on First Local. Thank you for joining us today. Crazy. Lots of news that went on over the weekend. Lots of police services work to tie up on any loose ends that happened over the weekend. And speaking of loose ends.
Loose ends.
Speaking of loose.
We're going to talk for a minute about
Loosey-goosey.
what the meaning of is. Yeah, so I'm going to take you back to 1998.
Okay.
This day in 1998,
With that smile on your face.
U.S. President Bill Clinton admits that he had an inappropriate relationship with Monica Lewinsky.
Hang on. I believe he said, I did not have sexual relations with that.
Oh, I've got all kinds. I have not had yet. He's also made his famous, it depends on the meaning of what the word is.
Oh, wow.
In defense of his previous statement, there is not a sexual relationship, an improper sexual relationship, or any other kind of improper relationship, because is means currently, and he was not, at the time he made that statement, still in a sexual relationship with Lewinsky. So Clinton claimed that because certain acts were performed on him, not by him, and he was passive during the acts, he did not engage in sexual relations.
He was passed out during the acts?
Passive.
I just wanted to make sure.
It was being enacted upon him.
Yep. Under the desk?
He also denied that oral sex constituted a sexual relation. So this statement was issued after the FBI announced that Clinton was the source of a substance upon Lewinsky's blue dress.
And I just find it quite ironic that you showed up in yours today.
That was an accident.
I don't believe it.
Depends on
Happy
what
accidents,
is. What your definition of is.
Fine accident.
Is.
Okay, well, Mr. William, wow, way to go. Why don't we switch up to some COVID news?
Okay.
When you didn't think you want to hear more COVID news, now's the time we do. We don't. We're done with the president.
COVID.
Monica.
COVID.
Devil in a blue dress.
Oh, hang on. I forgot I turned this over to keep things in order, and then I almost got it mixed up.
All right. It's
mixed up. I actually put numbers at the top of my script now, so that doesn't happen to me anymore.
Wow.
So I hate that when it happens. Okay. COVID. So here's the situation locally. We do have one new case to report. However, we are still static at 410 cases because one case has been moved out of the jurisdiction. So we would have gone up to 411, But 2 cases that were reported a couple of days ago, one of those have been moved out of the jurisdiction. Therefore, we are static at 410 cases. The most recent case from the Siouan area, through contact tracing, all contacts have been notified. Exposure category, unknown. Yep. Individual is said to be self-isolating. We have locally administered 160,977 tests, have confirmed 410 cases. Of those, 4 are considered to be active. We have 1 number added to the cases that have screened positive for the variants of concern.
Okay.
So,
Cool. Oh, I'm sorry. Are we doing the rolling totals still?
well, I'm just wondering if I should just kind of blast through the provincial stuff too, and then it's done.
Okay. Well,
Again,
go ahead,
back
because
to
there's some
ripping
changes.
the Band-Aid.
Yeah, there's lots of changes coming down from Ontario today,
Okay.
so you're
Okay.
gonna get to that.
So the new. Okay. So provincially, then we have. Why does this look weird to me?
I don't know. Well,
I don't need well, I do need glasses. That's a separate story. I believe the number was 526 new COVID cases.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Of the cases reported, 353 have been determined to be individuals who are unvaccinated. 60 new infections are in partially vaccinated, and there have been no COVID-related deaths reported province-wide for the 2nd straight day. So this would be the 5th straight day then that the province is reporting more than 500 cases. There is going to be an announcement today.
yes, there is, and I'll talk about that. You're
Yeah.
gonna hang on to your knickers. It's gonna be a big one.
So, interestingly though, the Premier, Mr. Ford, did suggest that case counts should no longer be looked at as an important COVID indicator.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so today, Dr. Kieran, as Heidi pointed out, Dr. Kieran Moore, who's the province's top doctor, will be speaking at 1 o'clock. And you know what he's going to speak to? Oh, let me tell you. Okay, so the conversation around mandatory vaccination papers. The Canadian press has learned that Ontario plans to introduce a set of policies requiring employers in education and several healthcare settings to develop strict COVID-19 guidelines. There's a lot around this announcement that's coming out at 1 o'clock today. A senior government source said that the decision from Cabinet, which was passed last night, it's going to tell you that a directive covering hospitals, ambulance services, and community and home care service providers won't make vaccinations mandatory, but regular testing mandatory.
Okay.
So you need to be constantly tested for the virus, which I don't know if you've been tested, but
It's not.
you don't want it regularly.
No.
The policy will be similar to one that is already in place in the province's long-term care homes, so they're just mirroring that. Staff at healthcare facilities will need to provide full proof of immunization against COVID-19. And if they're not, they need to provide a reason as to why they're not vaccinated. People who do not take the shots will need to complete an education session about COVID-19. I think that might be worse. And will be routinely tested, as I said. So all these new directives will be put in place for September the 7th. Some Ontario hospitals, like Toronto's University Health Network, have already introduced staff vaccination policies along the same lines. So basically what I feel that they're going to do, instead of the province mandating, this is what's going to happen in our province, it's down to the employer. And they're going to give the employer a lot of leeway, a lot of guidelines, their own guidelines to do. I'm sure there's going to be a template in which you follow, but know that you need to listen to that 1 o'clock announcement today, which we are carrying it on TV and Facebook. The source also said that the Ministry of Education also intends to introduce similar COVID-19 vaccination policies for employees at publicly funded school boards and licensed childcare settings. And boy, do we have a childcare setting one for you coming up after this. So yes, rapid testing. Ford is personally fully vaccinated against the virus and regularly encourages Ontario residents to get both doses. So we're still pushing that. But there's a lot of changes coming down at 1 o'clock today.
Okay.
You want to hit another one before we roll
Sure.
up?
You know what? I'll just bring it to the local level just for a minute.
Sure.
There is going to be a road closure at Old Garden River Road and 3rd Line. It will be closed for 3 weeks beginning today at 6 a.m. So it's already closed. So those of you who take that route, you know what I'm talking about. So this closure is required as part of the 3rd Line East reconstruction project. As always, you know, it's Avery Construction who is conducting the reconstruction. So they apologize for any inconvenience that this may cause, and they appreciate any patience demonstrated during the onset of this busy construction season.
Excellent. Okay, when we come back, we're going to talk about hybrid classrooms. We're going to talk about a bond parent who was charged after several, more than 2 hands.
Okay.
Children were sent home with COVID-19 symptoms.
Yes.
And then we got some provincial news to rip into, but we got some social needs and Craig Huckerby when we come back. So come right back.
Yay, yay.
Now.
First Local, supported by the Canadian Bush Plain Heritage Centre, where adventure takes off. First Local, supported by Gary Chervinsky, Exit Realty, Lake Superior. Buying a home is a big decision, so is choosing the right agent. Call Gary Chervinsky, broker at Exit Realty, Lake Superior, 705-257-5432.
When I found out I had cancer, it was the hardest day of my life. But life is bigger than cancer.
First Local, supported by United Way. Help make your community a better place. Show your local love and donate today.
Welcome back. You're with Heidi and Colette on Tuesday, August the 17th. Over to you. I just did that because I was like, I know you're looking for something. Like, I put her on the spot. Just kidding, just kidding. Well, welcome back, everybody. We hope you're enjoying your Tuesday morning thus far. I never quite know what the day is going to bring, but I guarantee you, Sue Online will have it for you if it brings it. And speaking of bring it to us, Craig. What do you got going on for the weather?
And thank you very much. And we are going to start seeing a little bit of cloud work its way into our area today. We'll show you that on the satellite shot. What's happening here, we have a little low pressure system, and some of this cloud is doing the wraparound effect around that low. So there's no rain in the clouds, but we will be in and out of cloud for most of our day today. But really, that's the only bad news, because we are going to see some extraordinary warm temperatures. We'll take a look now at the radar, and you can see we do have a little bit of rain pushing into Espanola, Elliott Lake area. That's all pushing to the north. We may see some of that spill of cloud for our day today. But other than that, we don't really see anything out to the west. We are looking pretty dry for today and tomorrow, and maybe even into Thursday. 29 degrees is our high today. It's going to feel closer to 32, 28 in Wawa, 32 in Timmins, and 30 degrees in Sudbury. So a very warm day all over northeastern Ontario. As far as the systems map today, most of that rain is staying put towards the southern part of the states. We're seeing just clear conditions as we are still influenced by several high pressure systems. These are very hot high pressure systems, so that's why it's going to kind of lock down those warm temperatures as they build during the day. And that's our story for the rest of the week. For today, sunny skies with some clouds mixed in there, 29 degrees. Same story for Wednesday, where we will see some additional cloud and also additional humidity working its way in. 30 degrees, 31 for Thursday. Going to feel closer to 37 degrees on Thursday, and those temperatures are going to hold on until sometime in the weekend. We do see some rain working its way into the weekend, but we're still watching that. But those warm temperatures are going to hang on for at least into Saturday, so that's pretty good news. That is your weather right now. I'll be back at the end of the show with an update. Let's send it back to Heidi and Colette.
Well, thanks for that, Craig. Yes. Yeah.
Full forecast. Thank you very much.
Very nice.
Okay, I'm not working.
Okay, so you know what? We're going to hop right into social media because people are abuzz and they are chatty today. So we'll start right off with Mr. Bradley Evoy, who beat everybody to the punch. Good morning, everyone, he says with 3 exclamation points and a peace sign. Good morning to you, Bradley. Margaret McKegg says, good morning all. Good morning, Margaret. I find that it's like these two seem to kind of like, you know, one happens and then the other happens. So good morning to you both. Allie and Ron Rowlandson. Hello, Allie and Ron. Good morning, ladies. And you can see the 3 smiling sunshines. Very cool. Thank you for that. Marilyn Trumbull, good morning, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful day. With some emojis, including the sun coming up between 2 great huge tracts of land.
Ooh, I got an itch.
Yes.
I've got an itch.
Oh.
I'm just letting you know. I'm calling the
You
space.
about to sneeze?
Oh, man, it just started. You know when you get that itch, it's like all the way up in my eyes. Woo.
Yes.
I've made it through. We're good. Sorry about that.
Mark Jordan lets us know that the world is watching. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Well, no pressure there, Mark.
No,
Thanks
not at all.
for that.
There's not many people in the world, is
You know
there?
what's interesting is some people, they get that little designation, top fan. Mark gets top fan +1.
What? Come on.
I'm not kidding.
You've got a
Look
+1? Who's
He's
your
got,
+1?
Yeah.
What does
top
that even
fan plus-
mean?
I don't even know.
I need clarification on the +1. Who's your +1?
Wow. You know what? While we're talking about Mark, Mike, did you get that picture? Mark's mother, the
yeah, that's
lovely
right.
Lorna Reed, is celebrating a birthday today. And, I have to tell you that, Mrs. Reed is probably one of the most... She radiates peace and grace. I
nice.
always liked being around her. She was somebody who always kind of... she just kind of would just, I don't know, that's just how I remember her, like just lovely and kind. Look, there she is.
She definitely has a very
So happy birthday to you. She has encouraged me to call her Lorna.
Nice.
It's a very difficult thing for me. It's just like when you run into a teacher, and they're like, why don't you call me by my first name? Like, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. I used to think my teacher slept at school. Did you? I did.
I don't know. I don't
Mrs.
think...
Bachora, my kindergarten teacher, I thought she slept at school.
I don't know. I never wondered where they slept. But anyway, happy birthday to you. I hope that your family is celebrating you appropriately today.
Oh!
Mrs. Reed.
Hang on, I just got to say this. This is my friend Alex Paris. And it says, please tell Colette hello from Alex Paris, Mohawk College. That is where I went to school. Alex is a good friend of mine. We just came in. Hi, Alex. And Mohawk College at my hometown.
There you go.
Just came through.
Excellent.
Oh, it's so nice to see his name.
Always nice when people pop
Well,
in.
Alex, I love him and his kids and his family. Beautiful family.
Where am I? Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. Tony Mancuso. No, why would you be sorry? This is all
I'm
part
just
of social
so excited to see his name.
For sure.
It's so nice.
Tony Mancuso, you're Tony. Good morning,
Tony.
everyone. Looks like it's going to be another great day. Yes. Very excited. I do find that, around 1 or 2 o'clock, the heat gets a little oppressive for me.
Oh, I love it.
I know you do.
I love it.
Yeah.
The beads of sweat that come everywhere. I love it. I love it.
Okay.
Weird. I know I'm weird. I love the heat.
You're not weird. You're lovely. Steve Childs, GMAHAGTT. Good morning, all. Have a great Taco Tuesday. Got
Yes.
it. Yes. All right. And, the emojis, the sun coming up, all that. I'm not going to say it twice. No. All right. Giselle Tchaikovsky.
There's the anniversary lady. What are you doing? You got your feet up?
Happy Tuesday morning, everyone. I want to wish producer Mike Tchaikovsky a happy anniversary.
I'm crying in here, you know that? I love you too, Giselle.
Oh, I want somebody to tell me they love me. No, I'm just kidding.
I love both of you. Come on.
Okay. But you've loved her longer, so that should be a song.
Oh, that's a song.
Isn't that a song?
Holy smokes, that was good.
Okay. Marilyn Trumbull, Hanniversary. I'm just going to put the words anniversary.
Actually, that's not a bad idea.
Happy anniversary, my team Giselle. So there you go.
That's nice. There you go.
Oh, no, and then Marilyn says stupid autocorrect. Mike and Giselle. So happy anniversary, Mike and Giselle.
I hate the autocorrect too. I have said some very peculiar things to very confused people.
Carrie Wortwell, like the mascot. Anyway.
Yes. Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
Okay. Well, why don't we take a break here
Okay,
and
fine.
you hop into a story here. I'm going to gently wipe my nose because my
what's
allergies
wrong?
are rampant.
All right,
I'm just going to tell the
she's
truth.
gonna
So get the
gently wipe
camera
her
off
nose.
me for a minute. Get
Okay,
it off
well,
of me.
hey, let's just talk a little bit about what to expect. So we do have a federal election coming up. September the 20th, it is a snap election, which means snap election only simply means that they had to expedite or push up the election. So, and my mic is out. Oh, my mic is not
Mine,
out.
'cause I
Hers
was
is because she's
wrestling.
blowing her nose, and I'm going to tell her nose there's no bats in a cave, so we're good to go because that's what we do. We're good friends. So anyway, what can you expect for your voter card information? When should you expect to get that card? Elections Canada is mailing out voter information cards about 3 weeks before Election Day. So I don't know, mental math. I'm going to say September 20th is election. Expected by the September 1st is when they're going to send it out. Mental math. The card will tell you your assigned polling station and whether it's wheelchair accessible. What are your options? We're going to talk about that when you come back, because I don't want to rush this, because depending on if you're mobile and you want to get out, you can do this online. You can do it over the phone. There's other options for you if you're challenged mobility, if you have some mobility challenges.
Okay.
So don't go anywhere. We're coming back with the devil in the blue dress and and myself, and we'll be right back with more social media. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Family owned and operated, AG Quinnell Well Drilling has been serving Sault Ste. Marie and surrounding area since 1968. For a free estimate, call 705-779-3909. AG Quinnell Well Drilling, available for all your water needs. 1944, 2nd Line West, Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. AG Quinnell Well Drilling. Call 705-779-3909 for a free estimate today. First Local, supported by Tenaris Algoma Tubes. Kickstart your career. Tenaris is rapidly growing in Sault Ste. Marie and looking for individuals interested in rewarding production and technician roles. If you are ready for a progressive career opportunity with benefits in advanced manufacturing, then please send your resume to resumes@tenaris.com.
First Local, supported by The Refinery, the leader in women's fitness and transformations. 624 Wellington Street West in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. Call 705-255-8895 for more information. Good morning and welcome back to First Local Morning. You are here with Colette and Heidi.
Good morning.
We have a few more stories to relate with regards to COVID.
Yeah. Yes.
And one of them is very important. Why don't you kick it off, because I have to find.
I will kick it off. Okay, so you know when your child has a little bit of that.
For heaven's sake.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm
all right.
okay. Yeah.
When your little child has the sniffles and has the cough, and you're like, well, like, we're teetering here. I need to get to work. We'll just send them to daycare. Been there, done that, and I think every mom is guilty of that a little bit along the way. You'll be fine. Here's some Tylenol in your lunch bag. Don't show your T-shirt that I gave you that. Well, right now, you can't be doing that with COVID-19 around. So parents had decided to send their child to daycare in Vaughan. They've been charged because of what the outcome of this, but 15 children have now tested positive because mums drove them over to the daycare center. The region says the outbreak at Tiny Treasures. Oh, that's such a nice name. Tiny Treasures.
Tiny Treasures.
Poor little Tiny Treasures.
Yeah. This.
Also includes one staff and one visitor who did test positive from COVID-19. Officials say the child sent with symptoms on the 3rd of August would not have passed the daily COVID-19 screening at the facility, should have been isolated.
Okay.
They say that parents violated the medical officer of health's orders. So, long story short, they're charged 15 kids are at home.
Wow.
Now there's 15 families who have to be at home and 15 more exposed families. So.
And I think that, it's important to remember that we've all done this. That's why I said the segue that way. Totally. Well said. Well said, Colette.
Thank
Something
you.
just went
Something
super
in your
quiet
boob,
in my
or
ear.
what are we poking at down here?
This is my note.
I think it's the blue dress.
All right. Well,
I can't. I think it's so ironic.
It was weird. Very weird. So we did report previously on a shortage of chips for auto suppliers. I'm just going to have to keep wiping my nose. I'm really sorry. I have allergies.
I mean, everybody has
boogers
and allergies. Don't worry about it.
I don't have the Rona. I have the allergies, and I don't know why they're so bad today.
We accept you as you are.
All right, well, I just did it, so it's already out there. I can't take it back. Anyway, so Canadian auto parts suppliers are now saying that the chip shortage that we had previously reported on is worse than was anticipated. It's creating havoc in the industry, shortages at dealerships. This is having a dampening effect on production, and more than many expected just a few months ago. So, and this is coming from Pat Diramo, who is the chief executive of Martin Rea International Incorporated, and he related these troubling stories on an earnings call. So the parts producer has decided not to release he's not releasing any third quarter guidance because the production schedules are very unclear in this moment. So suppliers then are sometimes only getting a few days notice that their customer is shutting down, he said. So very troubling news out of the auto industry.
For sure.
He said, so Magna International Incorporated said it now expects 1.6 million fewer vehicles to be built this year than what it had predicted only in May, as the chip shortage has had more impact than expected. I think your brother was
remember that
talking about
conversation we had? We had Kevin on speaker not too long ago. He works at Ford there in Oakville.
Yes.
And he was shut down for a while because of missing chip, and then it was coming through, the assembly lines are coming through, and they're finding alternative measures, but there's been a lot of halting of the job production, of the production lines, so we need to get that straightened up, but it's just crazy, the ricochet, the domino effect of everything that occurs. Okay, let's just talk a little bit about Ontario's which one do I want to do? Do you want to do Ontario working with, actually, let me do that one, and I'll do this one. Ontario, that one's a good one. Ontario providing more support to communities during COVID-19. If you go to SiouxOnline.com, you will see Minister Ross Romano's face there, approaching the podium as he discussed yesterday how additional funding helps vulnerable people safe, helps keep, we need that word in there, helps keep vulnerable people in this safe. The Ontario government is providing, oh my goodness, $1,600,000 to help the Sault Ste. Marie DSSAB deliver critical services. It is a tremendous investment of almost 1.7
million.
Thank you, Heidi. Continuing to make critical investments to support many people in the community. Yesterday's announcement is part of the province's additional $307 million investment to help municipalities and Indigenous community partners respond to COVID-19. This is posted to SiouxOnline.com. That is an important one that I slid over your way. Do you want to educate?
Yeah. So we did post this to our website yesterday, rather I did.
Yes.
And I very carefully selected the picture too.
Listen, when these pictures are posted, people, I really want you to know that there's a lot of love that goes behind posting these pictures.
It takes me a long time to pick the actual photo.
I appreciate your dedication to the job.
I actually get anxious because a lot of the articles that I post, come to us with a picture already selected.
Yeah, no.
So, when the baton is passed and it comes to me to select the photo, I get that little bit anxious because
that was a nice eye twitch there. I thought she was going to pass out on me. Oh my God.
Okay.
She's twitching.
She's twitching.
She's a twitching.
Somebody poke her with a stick.
Oh my God. Poker. I hardly, what?
All right.
All right, over to you.
Right. Okay. So in this moment then, the Ontario government they've started to work with the public health units as well as the publicly funded school boards to plan and host vaccination clinics in or nearby schools as we continue to fight COVID-19. So clinics are expected to run before school starts and during the first few weeks of school, and the program is part of the province's last mile strategy to target those who have yet to receive a first or second dose, and will provide accessible and convenient access to vaccines for eligible students and their families, as well as educators and school staff who are returning to school this fall. So, and again, attaching to what you have reported, vaccinations continue to be voluntary for anyone who is eligible in Ontario. However, health experts are encouraging anyone who is able to get the vaccine to do so, as it is a highly effective tool in the fight against COVID-19 and its variants.
I have to go get my shot. Heidi's my support person.
I will be your support person. I will be there with you.
I will. I need someone to hold my... Oh, speaking of holding hands, because we're not supposed to.
No.
Yesterday, we were commenting on Senor Justin Trudeau. First of all, his hair looked on point yesterday at that thing. Anyway, that's not wavering my decision whether to vote Liberal or not. I just recognize good hair, and he has good hair. Yesterday, when he came out all looking all cool and fresh and so clean, he's bumping people, eh? He wasn't high-fiving it. I don't know if we have, right in the beginning, Mike, I don't know if we could start from the beginning and start it later, but it's pretty funny. He comes out and he gives them knocks, little elbow, like shoulder elbow knocks. Anyways, we got a pretty cool prime minister. Not too sure he's going to be there much longer. Okay, anyways, when we come back, we're going to talk about a couple who jumped to safety, get this, after a float plane hit their canoe. Oh, I mean, that's like a transport hitting a mini. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
First Local, supported by Rick Mooney, sales representative for Street City Realty. Sold, the sign you want, Rick, the realtor you need.
Every day, people in crisis need someone to answer their call for help, to let them know they're not alone. Whenever people need someone, the Canadian Red Cross is there, on the phone lines and the front lines, around the world and here at home. But none of it would be possible without people just like you. No matter who you are, you have something to give. You can be that someone with the Canadian Red Cross. Learn more at redcross.ca/someone.
First Local, supported by Tammy Ovey. Are you looking for an agent who confidently knows the culture and community of Sault Ste. Marie? Call Tammy Ovey, 705-971-0171.
Rollers Bocce is now open, located downstairs at the Marconi. If you're new to bocce or love the game, Rollers is the place for you. Grab your friends and family and let the good times roll. Book your court today at rollersbocce.ca.
The merriment, the hijinks that happens while you are on those breaks.
I wish you need a GoPro.
Yes.
So we need a GoPro for Heidi, considering she just learned what that is.
Well, you know, I have a lot in my brain. It's not always attached to the most current stuff, but, you know, I hold a lot in my brain.
Well, I know who does have the latest and current stuff. Oh, what a segue. Over to you, Craig. What do you have for us?
And just a couple of house cleaning issues before we do the recap of your weather. We're still waiting on word on last week's tornado or possible tornado on St. Joe Island. The Northern Tornado Project from Western University is investigating that, and we still don't have confirmation that it was a tornado. Could have been a microburst, but we're still waiting for that. Also, because we do have some hot weather heading our way for the rest of the week, just a reminder, don't leave your dogs in the car because they can get really, really hot very, very quickly, even after a couple of minutes. So please just leave your dogs at home if you're doing your shopping. So now let's do your 12-hour forecast. Looking like a hot day today for sure. Temperatures 27 to 29, mainly sunny skies. We do have some clouds filling in during the afternoon from a system to the south. Nothing to worry about there. Beautiful evening too. Temperatures very comfortable, and those warm temperatures will stick around right up until Saturday. We'll have more on that coming up at 5 o'clock with your 7-day forecast. We'll see you then.
Thank you, Craig. Wow, yes, very important message. Do not leave your animals or anyone there if you're running into the store for any length of time. Good point, Craig. And yeah, we'll follow up on that tornado story as it unfolds. Over to you.
Yes, well, you know what, and social media is ramping up, so we better get to the rest of those. Okay. Carrie Wortman.
Hello, Carrie.
Good morning, lovely ladies, and Craig. Craig, you know, responds, Carrie Wortman, good morning, and thanks for tuning in, taking the words right out of my mouth. I chime in and say yes, thank you. Tony Mancuso says happy anniversary, of course,
nice, Tony.
Acknowledging our producer Mike and his lovely wife Giselle,
nice
celebrating 18 years.
Yeah.
Evelyn McColeman also celebrating Mike and Giselle. Happy anniversary, guys.
Nice.
Allie and Ron Rollinson may be driving too fast. Possibly alluding to the collision, the rollover at Pine Street and Second Line.
Well, yeah, because I mean it's a bit of a hill there, right? Like,
yeah.
right, I don't know. Just
I don't know. There could be a lot of variables. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what comes out of it. Fortunately, it doesn't appear that anybody was seriously hurt, although I did hear that, yeah,
I think there was a couple
some.
that were
Of course, you're
had
not
some
going to flip
medical
a car and just walk away unscathed. Okay, but I digress.
But you digress.
Okay, so Chris Bridges
Okay,
then.
what do you got for us?
Good morning, everyone.
Excited.
Happy anniversary, Giselle and Mike. Today's fun fact.
Okay, I'm
if
ready.
a polar bear and a grizzly bear mate, their offspring is called a pizzy bear.
A what?
A pizzy bear. Yeah. Oh,
I think it should be called a pulsy.
I don't know.
A pissy?
A grizzle?
A pissy?
Ah.
A pissy bear.
Okay.
I know a few of those.
Okay, and he says, have a great Tuesday.
What?
Enika.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Happy baby hump day. Happy anniversary, Mike and Giselle.
Oh.
Yes, thank you, Enika.
I have to just mention, Enika, thank you very much for sending me the recipe
Oh,
from the
yes.
Netherlands and a couple other ideas and some words. Last night we did Germany. The boys learned brother, sausage, and hello. So you can imagine the sentences that were being thrown around the dinner table last night. Bruda. That's how you say brother.
Huh?
Bruda, broda,
Bruda. Bruda.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, the
Okay,
boys are having
good.
fun with it.
Bradley wishing Mike and Giselle happy anniversary. Debbie Doucette, have a super day, everyone. You too, Debbie Doucette.
Right?
All
Thank
right.
you, Debbie. I like that.
Aw, Mark Jordan, happy cake day, Mom.
Aw.
Such a good boy, such
Yeah.
a good son. Patricia Miskimin, I think that's a new viewer.
Hello, Patricia.
Thank you for tuning in, Patricia. She said, good morning, ladies. Have a good day. Well, thank you very much for offering up some salutations. We have Michaela Nemosine, self-screening, sure. Facilities should screen also on way in to protect other children.
Yeah.
Parents busy in the big city shouldn't all fall on parents struggling to get by. Very sad scenario. Hopefully all heal well.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
there's a lot of
100%.
layers there, eh?
There
Like
is.
definitely a lot of layers. And as always, I discourage anybody from judging harshly. We've all been there.
Well,
so.
like, there's a lot of pressure. You know, you've got to get to work. You've got to get there. And like, with the year that we've had, I don't know about you, but you know, accommodating, like if someone gets sick. So I understand the repercussions.
Yes.
But sometimes kids do have just a runny
sniffle.
nose, and you know, we'll just go with that. But 15, those poor little babies.
Allie and Ron Rollinson, thank you, ladies. Well, thank you for watching. Yeah, we are nothing without our viewers, so thank you.
A hundo P. What's the next one? I'm told we're gonna like this. I'm
Michaela
scared.
pops back in. Trudeau's not giving nucks, he's giving joints, like
Right?
the elbow joint.
Yes, sorry. Yeah, he's not allowed to give nuts. You're absolutely right. We were dying laughing. He's like, hey, he's coming in all like, I'm super cool. This is what all the cool kids do.
Yeah.
Settle down, Justin.
Wow. Yeah.
If we can get back to the beginning of that clip, Mike, I know I'm asking too much right now. Maybe we'll show it tomorrow, but just hilarious. I'm like, get this. He's coming out like he's, you know, top left in it. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about a cup. I'm sorry. You done?
Yes, because you teased that.
Yes,
so you
I
have
did.
to then.
I'm a tease. Police say that a couple is unhurt after a float plane hit their canoe on a lake in central Ontario.
What?
On a lake. Ontario Provincial Police, the OPOPO, as I like to refer to them, say the pair were out canoeing on Sunday, leisurely, just canoeing.
Okay.
Maybe they're having like a notebook moment, you know? one of those. And all of a sudden, they had to jump to their safety around 2:30 in the afternoon, in Muskoka, by the way. The force says a small float plane came in to land in a bay and struck the canoe as it made contact with the water, damaging the boat badly, I would imagine. So, police say others nearby, including the pilot, helped them to safety. Oh, that was kind. The OPP say their local marine unit is investigating the incident, as well as Transport Canada.
Okay.
No charges have been laid as of yet.
Okay.
What do you do? Do you poo-poo your pants when you see a plane coming at your canoe?
You jump.
You jump.
And you jump quickly. It's
Yeah.
like, hey, is it what
I'm sorry.
jump,
Is that a
right?
plane?
Yeah.
What?
So
Anyways, ontvfirstlocal@gmail.com is our email
yeah,
address.
that's where you send us your stuff. We do actually have we want to welcome a new support board sponsor. The Rollers Bocce is now open and available for bookings. They are located in the basement of the Marconi. So call today and book your bocce.
Bocce. It's bocce time. Lawn bowling. I have the cutest picture of Dante when he's about a year and it says, "Chicks dig me." He's got a little chick and he's holding a bocce ball. He's got these sausage feet, these big pillows. Anyways, we have 30 seconds left.
One more factoid.
Oh, go!
Go, yes. August 17th, 1945, after being rejected by several publishers, George Orwell's classic Animal Farm is first published in England. An instant bestseller and is considered one of the greatest works of Western literature. The book tells the story of a group of farm animals who rebel against their human farmer, hoping to create a society where animals can be equal, free, and happy. Ultimately, however, the rebellion is betrayed and the farm ends up in a state as bad as it was before under the dictatorship of a pig named Napoleon.
Excellent. This funny farm is over for the day. We'll see you tomorrow.
Listen on TV.
What are you going to do? I don't know.